Hi, I'm Angela Page, the founder and the chair of the board of directors of Love Your Rebellion, a 501c3 that empowers marginalized groups through the arts, including women, people of color, immigrants, LGBTQIA communities, people from low-income communities, and people with disabilities by creating opportunities in the arts that employ, discover, and assist. Before I tell you more about Love Your Rebellion, let me tell you a little bit about my background and expertise. Prior to founding Love Your Rebellion, I spent 9 years teaching English, creative writing, and sociology in higher education. I hold a Bachelor of Arts degree in English and creative writing from the University of Central Florida and a Master of Fine Arts in creative and critical writing from Goddard College, with a specialization in feminist theory and poetry. I'm also a professional musician with experience in live performance and audio production. My studies and my time in the classroom showed me how different life can be based on things like race, gender, sexual orientation, ethnicity, ability, and class. But I learned those life experiences pretty early on. The distinct overlap of being the child of a gay Italian-American parent really exemplified to me how inaccessible the world can be to someone who's part of one or more marginalized groups. The problems LYR seeks to solve are lack of opportunities in the arts and lack of accessible arts experiences for people from marginalized groups. The organization takes on this problem by creating programming through an approach we've coined called Diversity First. So instead of creating programming and then figuring out how to make it diverse, LYR begins with diversity in mind, then we create programming from that perspective. Diversity First also maintains that at least 80% of artists, writers, and performing artists contracted, provided exposure, or assistance via Love Your Rebellion self-identify as women, immigrants, people of color, people from queer and trans communities, people from low-income communities, and/or people with disabilities. Love Your Rebellion's zine library is an ongoing example of Diversity First programming. Zines chosen for the library showcase varying identities, experiences, languages, and cultures. Library entrance is free. In fact, all LYR programming is free or low cost in order to make arts experiences more accessible. Love Your Rebellion's zine library falls in the 33905 zip code of Lee County. 35% of the residents are Hispanic and 65% of the residents are non-Hispanic or Latino. 37% of the residents are unemployed. There are so many more programs that LYR has developed using Diversity First. I encourage you to visit our website, loveyourrebellion.org, or our social media pages at Love Your Rebellion to get a more in-depth look at the impact and the range of our multidisciplinary arts programming. Developing programming from a diversity-first approach lowers the barrier to access for opportunities in the arts and experiences in the arts, allowing Love Your Rebellion to empower artists, writers, and performing artists from marginalized groups. Once again, I'm Angela Page, the chair of the board of directors for Love Your Rebellion, and I just really want to thank you for your time and consideration.